we can now move on to a somewhat similar topic about creating colonizations within other planets, can't we, Hitansh?
Yes, we can. I guess that's the entire intent behind the entire Mars exploration.
Yes, just SpaceX
Yeah,
mainly.
SpaceX in general, I think, has been
Hmm.
largely motivated
By Mars
by
colonization.
Mars colonization, exactly. Um, and I think while there is definitely merit to it, and I think it is really, it's a good contingency. It's equivalent to backing up your data on a computer, like on a hard drive. And I see the merits in it, but inherently it should not be our solution. Like it should not be the solution we're striving towards, in my opinion.
Definitely. Like, as soon as you start investing a substantial amount of effort into a secondary solution, people immediately view it as the primary and only solution, right?
Exactly. And think about it this way: the say a catastrophic event happens that let's say isn't natural, so like it isn't an asteroid hitting the Earth, but it's like a man-made thing, like a world war, a virus,
World War virus. Good.
a world war that uses viruses,
I see.
biochemical warfare.
Uh,
Anyways, so say you have something like that. What's to say that doesn't infect? I use the word infect as like spread back to the Mars colony, for example. Um, Not to like overuse a cliche, but history does repeat itself, right? So if you don't solve the core issues, how can you
Eventually, it will happen in the new colony that you set up.
exactly? And then the other thing is, it sort of relates back to this is the idea that who owns that colony? And by own, I mean, is it a nationality? Is it the world? Do all governments are they a cohesive group? Like
What kind
is
of laws are set up there? What, like,
exactly. And I think Elon Musk had like an entire extensive thing on this where he's talking about laws and space. And currently, we do have space treaties. Or I'm assuming we have space treaties because I watched Space Force and they said we have space treaties. So I'm going based off a Netflix show. I'm not really sure.
I would assume, since there's an international space station where multiple countries can visit, there would be some kind of
Yeah,
regulation up there.
yeah. And also, are Americans allowed to leave a flag on the moon? Do they own the moon? Is that what that means? It's
Uh,
probably a colorless flag at this point,
no
right?
takesies backsies.
Um, but yeah,
It is
so
bleached. Wasn't it something about it was bleached at some point? Anyway,
yeah,
whatever.
it would
Continue.
it would be bleached, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
But yeah, as you can tell, Space Force has been my primary.
Yeah, you just keep trying to shill this, aren't you? Are you
You
paid?
should watch. It's hilarious, dude. It's
Are you getting
hilarious.
some advertising money that I'm
We're
not?
sponsored by Netflix.
Am
Yes.
I? I didn't get a check. Are you hoarding all of this?
Yes.
How dare you?
They're giving me a
So
free
so yeah.
membership.
Overall, as what Hitansh is trying to explain is the fact that although colonization is something that should be looked into, there is still the solution. There's still problems and issues that need to be faced, and that can still be faced. That should be looked at primarily. Colonization should only be looked at as a secondary solution, not the primary one, right?
Yes, exactly. And then also the idea that it'll solve like a common misconception I think is that it's like a contingency for overpopulation, which mathematically just doesn't work. Because if you have a planet that's overpopulated, if you just look at like exponentially, like say it takes a certain amount of time for planet A to get overpopulated, planet B is like an exponential factor of that. So planet B will get overpopulated in just the same amount of time, and
Exactly,
then
because you're moving there with
you'll
the
need
same.
four planets to match the overpopulation of those two
Yeah,
planets.
because you're not starting back from scratch and moving there with the same resources and the same knowledge and stuff like that, right? So
Exactly.
the curve just continues. It doesn't start back from zero.
Exactly. So then you'll need eight, and then so the number of planets that you need will consistently increase. So just having another planet doesn't do anything for overpopulation, or not necessarily. It's a short-term solution.
Hmm. You need to go to those planets with the solutions that we need
Yeah.
back here.